The greatest lies that we tell are always to ourselves. Consciousness and conduct are synonymous with each other. Someone who is aware of themselves takes time to think about their words and actions and how they affect other people and how their behavior may have certain consequences. Someone who is aware takes time to reflect in this way. Someone who is unaware and unconscious of their own motivations can act quickly, can be reactive, can act in self-interest and not think about the impact or consequences. So in this practice, I invite you to get your notebook and to reflect on your past situations where you may have guilt or shame, things that you don't want to look at, that you're in denial around, or don't want to accept responsibility for, and to acknowledge them by first writing them out on a piece of paper or on your computer. To take time to actually write down the details so that you can read it back to yourself. This is a new layer of acknowledgement for things that we've said and done that impacted others. Things that you don't want other people to know would be the best place to start. Things that you don't want to acknowledge. And there's great freedom that comes by doing this process. Taking time to reflect. So the first part of the process is to write down what happened and to look at it and to read it. And then to take the next month to reflect on these various situations that you may have been involved with, where you took action in some way, perhaps a deception that caused harm to another person and suffering. And this is you taking responsibility, acknowledging what happened, acknowledging what you did or didn't do, and then moving into acknowledgement of how that must have felt for that other person or people involved. So to take time over and over to reflect on those feelings and to put yourself in the other person's situation, to receive how that must have felt. When you feel that you're coming into a place of truthfulness, you can start to examine your own motivations. You can use some of the other practices in this course to examine motivations, feelings. What kind of shape were you in that led you to this type of behavior or this type of deception that you were engaged with? And start to explore that so that you can come to a place of self-forgiveness. We don't need the forgiveness of other people to forgive ourselves. What we do need is to have a full acknowledgement of the situation at a feeling level and at a place of self-responsibility where we can acknowledge what happened, acknowledge another person's feelings, and then explore our own unconscious motivations for taking such actions or deception involving another person. So whether you know the person well and you love them and you have real connection with them, or whether you don't know them very well, or maybe they're even a stranger and you set out to cause harm to another person. We can't raise vibrational frequency without revisiting and integrating those aspects. That's what raising consciousness is all about. And you may want to write a letter to that other person or give them a phone call and acknowledge the situation. It's all up to you. You don't have to do that, but you may feel that you want to do that. You could even write a letter that you don't send, just as an act of acknowledgement, connecting with the other person. There's also another video that I did called the Energy Dialogue Practice, and that may be something else that might interest you in terms of connecting with another person on an energetic level for the purpose of healing and gaining greater insight to a situation. So I do invite you to not move through this process quickly, but take some time, at least a month, to reflect on these various situations. Thank you.